Yorkie the Barbarian here. Before the founding of House Yorkie, or Yorkshire was even on the map, so were my people, brigands and brigantia. Let me take you back in time. My time in Golarion. Pathfinder Kingmaker. Now we finished up just here. Looks like the next place might just be the Troll Wilderness. Nah. We're gonna head back to the castle. Reason being, that Troll Wilderness has a bunch of people who want to go with us.
I need to catch my breath.
I require rest.
Keep going. There's that throne room.
My strength betrays me.
Chandra! Your Grace, a woman approached me on the street and asked me to tell you of, as she put it, a great injustice in the capital. It appears that one of the merchants doing business in the barony has been keeping silent about his previous ties to the Stag Lord and his bandits. This trader used his position to his advantage, offering his services as a tradesman to act as fence for the bandits' stolen goods. The merchant was away on the day he defeated the Stag Lord and since then kept a low profile. The informant who brought this matter to my attention asks that you give this trader his due. I fear people will continue to demand punishment for any who are able to profit during the times of trouble. If you want to know my opinion, you must do more than simply ignore this bullying. You must issue a general pardon for any who weren't directly involved in the violence. Yeah, sounds good. Wonderful decision. Right, let's see what's going on.
A rest would be welcome.
How's the gold? Done. Little bit done. Councillor? Yeah. He's back in the day. Let's go do our resting, shall we? Everyone's healed and rested. Sleep a day. Bandits outrage done. Failed your own proposal for cooperation. That's fine. Roll raids. Get to it, Reg. Can't do that one. Can't do that one. Trade research over. Nope. Research. Trade with move on. Can do that. Support the region. Ambitious recruits can't do that. Support the general, he's busy. Love of the people. can support the Regent, but I think we need to go on to the next day. We're on to the new month. He's busy, unfortunately. Alright, let's start that project. Nasty rumour resolved. Love of people resolved. Feels upset. Wait for the ruler. Just got enough. All right. Big publicity. Well, why don't you do that? And that's it for now. So go to the throne room. See your answers. And you, a half-elf merchant who recently appeared in the capital, falls to the floor in front of you. Jaethel stands beside him, looking quite unlike a normal self. Usually cold and stiff, basically undead elf, now burns with rage. Like the nearness of his furious undead captor, and he looks concerned but unafraid. If you'll allow me to speak, I can explain everything. What's going on? I hope you can have blood otherwise, Jaethel hisses and says to you. Have I told you the sad story of my death? No. It is sad most of all because I do not remember how my life ended. I wandered, exhausted, through the wastelands beyond the borders of Kionin. I could barely see my path. Stopped to rest, or perhaps I lost consciousness. When I came to my senses, I heard the call of my goddess returning me from the dead. Was it poison, magic, illness? Whatever stole my life away, it left no trace. I thought this mystery would haunt me forever, but then I entered the shop of this half-blood, seeking some reminder of Kionin. And what did I discover there? My very own dagger. Jaethel shows you an elven crafted dagger, with a chipped blade and empty sockets, where once gemstones adorned the handle. This dagger disappeared in the same night I was taken by death. How could this half-blood have obtained it? Let him speak, Jaethel. This is why, respecting your authority, I brought him here. The half-elf rises to his feet and sighs, putting his clothes in order. Thank you for allowing me to speak, Your Grace. This story is not very exciting. Certainly not as exciting as the drunken regatta with the Eye of Abendago. Yesterday, north of the city, I stumbled upon a dead boar. There was no one around, but the dagger was protruding from the miserable beast's neck. I don't know why the owner would have left it there, in the carcass. Perhaps the beast escaped the hunter, taking along the weapon that had injured it. So I inadvertently decided to keep the item I'd found, thanking my luck, and never suspecting the price I'd pay for it. If he was involved in your death, he wouldn't openly be offering you a dagger for sale. Words set Jaethel on reel. She frowns but calms down. Perhaps that's logical. One would have to be a useless fool to do such a thing. Useless fools do not easily survive the road. Still, his story should be verified, it must be. Yeah, we'll investigate. Why is the dog sat on my face? A letter from Brevoy, Your Grace. Bredero Sinnet, a paladin and mentor of the Order of the Eternal Rose. Come to your land to retrieve your companion, Valerie. What do I mean, retrieve? It seems he's going to start some sort of pilgrimage, and he hopes his former disciple will come with him. If she wants so she can go. Bokken. Unfazed by the awkward sounds, Bokken reaches through his bag for a while, Finally pulls out a oil of enhancement tooth. That's nice. Thank you. And while I'm here, there's a book I've always wanted to read of transmutations and bodily poisons in 3 volumes. Now, to find it for me, I could produce something most remarkable for you. Something that might even... Balkan cuts himself short. Well, there's no use in empty words. But they say there's an ancient formula hidden in one of the books. Bring me the box and I'll brew the potion. I know the old Beldame the witch, the old witch who lives in the swamp, had one of the volumes in her hut, gathering dust. She must have it for sale, I imagine. For the other 2 volumes, I have no idea. You might look in a magic shop, or in the bookcases and locked drawers of other alchemists, if you happen to come across their possessions. Do I actually have any? I thought I had some like that by name. I got part 1. And part 2. Get that done. Course, that's a success. Got a raid spell, that's not good. Keep publicity. Peace for the afflicted. Edge, you gotta go after that again. Projects. We got enough. We can do the cane lands, but we don't have the money for it right now. Reg is busy. For a full month. We've received a letter from Brevoy concerning Oleg's trading post. Lady Jimandi is, to put it lightly, puzzled by your request for Restov to surrender Oleg's trading post. She's demanding compensation, not only in gold but also in form of repairing a road from the trading post to Restov. Go ahead and read it, it's marvellous. We can't openly confront, we'll bide our time. Half measures. Would have been easier just to give Jumanji a slap on the wrist at the start, but this will do as well. Yeah, stop whining. We're doing something, aren't we? Ocken? Good day, I came to tell you that I'm doing fine in my little shop. Our folk love the ruler. If their beloved Baron buys old Bocken's potions, he's certainly a worthy alchemist. Here's a gift for you on this occasion. Mad scientists loves what they do. Oil of enhancements. Let's do temporary enhancements to chosen weapon. Nice. We've got a +2 resist up there. Fire and acid resistance. That's fine. Let's think about this. You can come with us. Well, not immediately. What we'll do for now, look after Jaethel and Valerie stuff. Go tell Valerie about Fredros Sinjit or whatever. Let's see. Valerie, I've received a letter from Fredros Sinjit. Says I'm to free you to return from your service to return to Helen. Valerie looks at you unblinking, then her eyes darken with an anger she can barely contain. Really? May I take a look? Yeah. Is that so? I see. Valerie takes a deep breath. My apologies, Yorkie the Barbarian. I seem to have become the reason for this message, and highly inappropriate demands it contains. I know this person. Fredros Sinjit is one of the mentors of the Order of Eternal Rose. A true paladin of Shelling. One of those who insist they are right till the very end. He keeps saying louder than anyone else that Shelling herself predetermined my fate, even when I was packing my things before I left. Looks like he never came to terms with me leaving, since he found me even here. But the nerve, mistake of leaving our ranks, return to the path destined by her divine will. Since when does Fredro fancy himself personal harbinger of his precious Shelling? Valerie, her face scarlet red, doesn't seem to notice the letter crumpled in her hand. Enough, we must put an end to this. Paladins of the Order of Eternal Rose require another refusal. They shall get it. I'm going to the trading post with you to meet Fredro. I serve you, it's as simple as that. My decision, and I'm not going to change just because someone from my past thinks otherwise. What if I just throw these paladins off my land? You're well within my rights. No, if you respect my honour and value my loyalty, please return from such hasty action. I will go to the trading post with you. I'll meet Sinjit in my final refusal, and that will be settled. Why don't you tell me about yourself? What exactly would you like to know? I was born into a noble family, though I didn't remain long on the family estate. My father sent me to the Order of Eternal Rose. Have we heard all this before? But I left once and realised I didn't match my principles. Where are you from? Born in Brevoy, in fact I've never seen much of the country. Spent my childhood on a remote estate owned by a noble family. My father is a respectable philanthropist and benefactor, a Church of Shelling, but also a renowned private collector and admirer of great arts. My mother saw to my education personally. From my early years I learned good manners, how to behave at the dinner table, and a proper form of words for every occasion. I also learned the difference between true nobles and low-born upstarts, and I learned how to treat each of them properly. Our home was always under the protection of several paladins of Shelling. My father has donated a handsome sum to their order. One of them, a man of venerable age with a grey beard, once let me touch his shining armour. I still remember the admiration I felt when I touched the cold, polished steel. Valerie smiles. Of all the memories of my childhood, that one is somehow the warmest. Why were you sent from the Order? Sent to it? As you can imagine, my first days, surrounded by crowds of servants and nannies who never stopped praising my heavenly beauty. Honestly, you're kind of plain, Valerie. The paladins of Shelling used to visit our house, echoed these praises. In the end, general consensus overall, my father's better judgment. When I turned 6, I was brought to the Church of Shelling, told that this would be my new home. Don't pick me though, I beg you. Many who hear this story immediately assume my parents were cruel and had no love for their child. Valerie's eyes become stern. My parents had respect for me. They taught me something that supported me all my life, a sense of self-esteem. Besides, they didn't abandon me. Once every 6 months, they would come and visit me at the Order of Eternal Rose. We had some tea and then an hour to walk around the garden. Then they would take their leave as etiquette demanded. Yeah, well, whatever. What did they teach you at the Order? Variety of things. Some of them appealed to me, others I simply couldn't accept. I enjoyed the physical activities and swordsmanship, but the art, calligraphy, painting, poetry, and so many other ways waste one's time. I guess that deep in my heart I've always knew I'd never be a true paladin of Shelling. Wielding a sword always felt more natural to me than handling a paintbrush. Why did you leave the Order? Because of my heavenly beauty, Valerie winced in contempt. According to Shelley's laws, all art is sacred. Whatever form it takes, severe punishment awaits those who dare harm a painting, sculpture or poem, no matter how worthless the drivel might be. My looks always attract unwanted attention from pilgrims and acolytes at the temple. I received my first poem dedicated to me when I was 9. The author was some wealthy geezer. Valerie's lips thinned in contempt, and that was only the beginning. Sculptures, pictures, poems. I was drowning in them. My admirers mobbed me, and I had to respectfully accept all their garbage. The clerics of the temple were magnanimous, but my suitors made generous offerings to the church. One time I just snapped. Barely suppressed anger glitters across Valerie's face. Some wealthy idiots had dedicated an extremely untalented poem to me. They had the nerve to read it right to my face, holding my sleeve. The hour was late, and I was on my way to get some rest after a boring lesson on rhymes. I lost control and tore the poem apart right in front of him. Valerie raises her head proudly. The paladins want to impose some punishment upon me. I don't remember which one exactly. They wanted me to repent. Then I just gathered my things and left. What did you do after? I set off for Restov, Valerie shrugs. I wanted to get as far away as possible from Shelling and the Destiny. Everyone seemed ready to force on me. Besides, the school of swordsmanship in Restov has quite a decent reputation. Honestly, I was hoping for an opportunity to learn from the famous Eldori masters. Eventually, it became clear that their technique wasn't good fit for me. They teach to avoid pain, as I prefer to raise my shield. But my abilities and skills, which I learned at the Order of the Eternal Rose, were enough to make the Sword Lords take an interest. They offered me a chance to join the mercenaries who served the Sword Lords, and I accepted. Yeah, she's not keen on beauty, I'm not going to say that. Change the subject. Tell me about the way of Shelling and about her paladins. Shelling is a goddess of love, beauty and art. Not love if it's forced on you. Her paladins are something like armoured artists. That's how they like to think themselves, at least. Valerie tries to contain her feelings, but her inner contempt bursts forth. They are fanatical defenders of worthless, inartistic paintings and meaningless opposites. You care to know my opinion? You speak of Shelling with such contempt. What did the goddess of beauty do to earn your anger? You've been trying to ruin my life. Oh, it's not Shelling. The goddess of everything useless that ever existed in life. All the beauty in the world, all the art, all the soulful sighs in the moonlight. They'll never feed a single family. And I beg you to restrain yourself from offering your own opinion. Trust me, I've heard everything you can tell me. More than once. Nothing and nobody can change my mind. Valerie looks at you with suspicion. As for Shelling, she's the goddess of idlers. I almost joined a preposterous entourage. I'm just glad I was smart enough to get out while I could. I see. Let's talk about something else. You know you don't have to follow etiquette with me, don't you? Aware of that, but I'm sure you understand that I am what I am. That's how I was brought up, first by my parents, then the mentors in the Order. But you didn't like the Order. Besides, I was born to a noble family. I rather enjoy the idea of my manners and speech differs a bit from common language. Whatever. You're eager to follow my orders? Why? What do you mean, why? I follow your orders. I've joined your campaign because I have faith in you. I believe your intentions to be noble. Such things may not always turn out as you planned. You're my commander. Your orders are law. It's my duty to follow them. Valerie hesitates for a moment. Well, as long as you don't order me to do something that's absolutely dishonourable. But that would never happen, I hope. Alright, thanks, that's fine. Now let's take her and Jaethal. Let's go do their little... let's handle their business. doing Jaethal. Oh, I think you can sit it out too. Level 4 fighter. You know what? I'm going to sidestep with. No, we don't need that. You're doing kinetic blast. The buzz I'm seeing, I think you can handle that. What's going on in capital? Jaethal. We'll stick with Inquisitor for you. You're using your scythe, so let's stick with... Oh, you've already got scythe. Fine. Give you a dodge. In. On that. Let's go for aid. And Inquisitor. Two extra bane weapon, I think. Bone sheet. Level 6. Wrong one. Blank. Visitor. Sphere. Heroism. Prayer. Right, they'll do. Head up to the sycamore. In we go. See what's going on. It's like we got a pig bacon tonight again. Get tired of bacon? Well, nah. Who gets tired of bacon? Tired of bacon, you get tired of life. Now there's a pig. Yes, we'll approach the boar's carcass, carefully examining the ground around it. See? There should be a pool of blood, but there's not. Seems the beast came from somewhere else. Already wounded. Then died here. I can't track the direction. The ground is rocky. It would take a troll to leave footprints here. Yaethel inspects the wounds on the boar's neck. The cuts are distinctive, like the kind my dagger would make. There's a few deep serrations on one side of the blade, so it wounds like a sawtooth weapon on that side. So far, everything backs up this half-elf story. How can we find the one who'd stabbed the boar? Ekon looks closely at everything around him. Strange place. Anxiety knocks on the door of my mind. Don't understand where it came from. Dissection of the carcass might help. Yaethel nods and slowly unpacks the tools and items one needs for such work. Together you bend over the carcass of the wild boar. First detection doesn't provide any details. You know it's a small water plant in the boar's stomach. They are also stuck to its muzzle and tusks. It seems that the beast was near water recently. Otherwise the duckweed in its stomach would already be digested. The nearest source is the Thorn River. Plants like that grow along its backwaters. Go there and search for the shore. Yaethel suddenly smiles at the corner of her mouth. He does it in a strange, almost convulsive manner, as if her undead face had long ago forgotten the expression. How amusing. Look for evidence, seek connections between events, as before during my service in Kionin. However, this is the first time I've played the victim. I guess that's a little different. Gonna take us up here first. We'll catch the other on the way back to the castle.
A rest would be welcome.
Yeah, it would. Have a quick rest.
Trolls usually treat kobolds like annoying moths. I wonder what that Tartuccio could have told them.
Maybe they just like the color purple. Or was he able to offer them something they truly desire? Or perhaps he's the first kobold clever enough to learn the language of the giants.
Right, I suspect something big is going to happen here. Let's buff up. She's going to get in a fight, isn't she? Because she don't want to go.
No one stands in
Anything
my
is possible.
way.
Ba, riti. Na, orama.
About that. That's just bounds.
I stand ready.
Blessing.
Aperane sentes.
He's going to be lawful, isn't he?
Una adayana.
Shield.
Adayanam.
I doubt he's going to be using any energy we can.
I'm listening.
Got an electric blade. Please do. Fortitude and will save. Don't need any of that.
Request.
That's her weapon. Aid.
Aperane sentes.
Heroism.
Aperane sentes.
He was probably good as well, so.
Adayana.
Oh, I didn't give her aid yet.
Aperane sentes. Aperane sentes.
Onwards!
We have any potions we can use as well. Got blurred on you already. Strength. Dark skin. Well of enhancement. Haste. Lead blades. What else? Large person. We've got cat's great already. We've got agility. Stone skin. Got shield here, shield of faith. Divine favor. Anything else? And there's the idiot himself. A middle-aged man in polished shiny armor turns to you. His beard and hair are impeccably styled. An expression of reserved politeness sits frozen on his face, as his piercing grey eyes watch everything attentively. Alan Yorkie the Barbarian, what an honour to meet you in person. I am Fredero Senate, a paladin of the most illustrious Shelin, from the Order of the Eternal Rose. Fredero looks at Valerie. There you are, Valerie. How many years has it been since we saw each other? I'm so happy the years haven't erased the divine bliss written upon your radiant face. Valerie nods to Senate coldly. Greetings. I'm glad to see you in good health, Fredero. She'll talk alone. Don't go, your grace. My intentions are known to all. Valerie, I've come to return you to our faith. Our? I imagine that not only do I want to serve Shelin, but now I have faith in her too. Fredero shakes his head. I don't recognise you, Valerie. What is this tone you address me with? I remember what politeness and respect you showed your elders. Well, you ain't showing it, coming to kidnap her. We held you up. Well, I considered kidnapping. An example for other novices. Val raises her chin ever so slightly. I'm only repaying your courtesy and kind, Fredero. Well said. You so easily ascribe to me thoughts and feelings that I do not possess. And I can be as liberal a judge of your behaviour. Your tongue, Fredero, you're on my lands. Fredero gives you a respectful look and a nod. In no way, Daddy, I intend to be impolite. In my manners, it's difficult not to address Valerie as a novice. That is what she was last time I saw her. As for my return to the church, which you'll bluntly insist upon, Valerie pulls her chin up. Please, Fredero, spare me your wordy speeches. The day I walked out of the convent gate, I made a decision I'm not going to change. I'm never returning to the Order of the Eternal Rose, etc. Fredero studies Valerie's face for a long time. His eyes turn steely grey. I don't believe my eyes. I expect to see repentance, Valerie. Repentance for your foolish choices. Repentance for the pain you've caused your family and for all those who relied upon you. But instead I see a proud renegade who dares to resist the will of the goddess. I have to admit you're somewhat right. And he stops under Valerie's glare. Yeah, shut up, Lindsay. Not right now. A spot starts to appear on Valerie's cheek as she catches her breath in difficulties. I am not in the least bit surprised by your words, Frederick. You've always been deaf to that goes against your beliefs. I'm not Shellin's chosen, not a god's toy, created to entertain a whimsical goddess. Quiet before you bring her wrath upon you. How dare you, who is bestowed with celestial beauty, so insolently reject good gifts that others can only dream about? Your fate is already decided. Laid out, oh shut up. One more word and your head will be decorating the nearest fence. Valerie slices the air. Stay out of it, Yorkie the Barbarian. Fredero might be crossing the line of politeness, but no more than that. Stay your hand. I meant to support you. Valerie interrupts you, she's screaming. What you call home, Fredero, was my prison. Here in the Stolen Lands. Here, for the first time, I can decide for myself. Valerie's voice grows soft, almost hissing. Take your people, Fredero, and go back to the Eternal Rose Abbey. And if you've got the nerve to claim I'm Shellin's chosen, well, know that your precious goddess should have chosen her trinkets more carefully. Fredero grows white as a sheet. How dare you? Well said. Fredero looks Valerie in the eye. The paladin's hand is on his weapon. We insist on standing equal to Shellin's paladin. Answer for your word. I said we were going to have a fight, didn't I? Give him a thrashing. See what you learned. Come on, then. Don't worry, old leg. This is going to stay outside. Begin.
To victory! Let us strike as one!
Amranda Gratior!
Do not falter! Ha! Onwards! Ha! Stay behind me!
Oh.
Let us strike as one! Do not falter! Onwards! Ha! I can't keep
Bloody
this up
hell.
much longer. Stay behind me! I require healing.
Yeah, you're in trouble, Val. This idiot's getting too many attacks all at once.
Let us strike as one! Do not falter! I can't keep this up much longer. Onwards! Stay behind me! I require healing.
Yeah, you're about done. I mean, all that healing and attacks all at the same time. That's ridiculous.
Let us strike as one! Do not falter! Onwards! I can't keep this up much longer.
Yeah, I'm afraid that might be the case. Well, this bugger kind of hits hard.
Stay behind me! I require healing.
And she's down. Fought hard, tried, and almost got there. Oh well. Redro steps back and sheathes his weapon. Like everything's in its place, doesn't it? You could be however insolent to whomever you wanted, as long as you were considered a girl, Valerie. Now you'll have to answer for all stupid things you said in your pride. Satisfied with the outcome of the duel, I see no reason to linger here, setting the owners of this trading post with the Baron. Great sadness, I'll continue my way without Valerie. No one has no right to return to the Order Eternal, Rose. For transgressions. Too much talk, enough, leave her. I say I agree. I'll bother you no longer. Well, bugger off. Dear God, your face. Wrong spit. What? Oh, she's got a scar. Hey, that had some custom. That had some colour to it. Nice. Barry touches the wound. Pedro did it. Barry shakes red strange. I don't remember receiving the blow, not at all. She touches the wound again. Winter finally waves it off. It is nothing. Not even feel any pain, only fatigue. Have you pity for someone who is truly wounded? I just need to rest. And wash myself clean of all those conversations about shelling. Right. We'll leave it there for now and come back next time to finish off with Jaethal. Bye now.